Let this play though.
That aspect of being skinny within our own beauty standard.
My favorite thing to be is skinny. Why wouldn't it be? It's the only thing women have learned from the media, fashion, and the wellness industry that profits off of our insecurity. I'm not here to say that you should be one size or another. I am 5'2", and there's a certain size and weight that I feel most comfortable, that allows me to be active and do the things that I want to do. The criticism here is that you're not saying the whole story. Why? Why is your favorite thing to be is skinny? Where does that belief come from, and who does it serve the most? We need to understand this, that going against the grain, going against what the patriarchy and what capitalism and what the advertising industry has told us since the day we were born takes a great amount of courage, consciousness, of self-awareness. The issue with something like this, it reduces identity, and it only supports current systems of oppression that already exist. And we ask ourselves why kids are the way they are, why they vote the way they do. They're not like us when we were that age. Are we being the best role models? That's also a question that we should invite into the conversation.
Coming from a Sierra Leone household, and I just want to offer some perspective in this conversation. Being slim, at least in the big family I come from, is not the best thing. I know it's wrong, but it just kind of is what it is with just breaking just generational things. I say this because I work out. My family knows I work out. And because of that, I'm almost sometimes hyper scrutinized to make sure that I don't lose too much weight. The only time my weight has been a conversation is when I am losing weight. And it's my family, you know, like, love them down. It is what it is. I don't take it too personal. I just mind my business. But the only time I've ever heard anything go on about my weight in a negative connotation is when they're like, you're getting smaller. Are you eating? But to them, it's coming out of a place of worry. Like, to them, they're just like, oh, is something going on? Why aren't you eating? You're getting smaller. Why are you losing weight? And I do think mentally in their brain, as long as I am not gaining excessive weight, which, like I said, doesn't make it okay. But as long as I don't pass that threshold, whenever I start losing weight or I look like I'm losing weight, it's always going to get called out. I say that to say that not in every community, at least in the Black community or African community or in different families and household, is slim considered the beauty standard. Because as I'm just researching it and seeing all these videos, I'm just like, oh, so to some people, this is the beauty standard. But growing up, if I was too small, I was being told, eat. It doesn't make it okay. But I can definitely see how someone can come out later and be like, you know what, I do like being slim. I do like being this way, even though my whole life y'all are telling me that it looks sickly. I'm just offering perspective.
Listen, I know that.
Well, bro, it skinny. When you say skinny, that don't sound too good. Because you know one thing the only type of skinny I don't like is when you see that shit right there. When it ain't none of a flat, like when it's like it's a big ass dent right here. He's like, it look weird, you know. That's the only thing. But I mean, bro, I think I just gotta find a perfect medium. Because, well, it just depends. I think with girls, it's all about what make them feel confident. So I feel like if a girl feel confident being whatever they is, I think that's their best bet. But when dudes, I think it's a difference. And you gotta hear me out right here. And with dudes, I think you can't be too big and you can't be too little. Because we live in a world where we gotta protect ourselves. You can't be walking around here looking like a bitch. It makes a difference. It makes a difference. It makes a whole world out of difference. Like honestly, yeah, you might have some niggas comment on girls being fat, But like niggas genuinely don't care because somebody's still gonna hit that. Somebody's still gonna fuck that. Regardless if she too big or too little. I've never heard. Bro. Y'all know the stories. I done told y'all how I didn't see my niggas with. I didn't see my niggas with girls that's built like couches, my nigga. Couches. Pluff ass motherfucking Bees Market couches, nigga. Like Big Lots ass couches, my nigga. And I don't think these girls who got Big Lot couches built as females ain't got no shortage of attention or fucking meat. They might not get the guy that they want, but on the other hand, if you a guy, if you too big, bro, you literally, you're invisible. Except when, you're not invisible because you big as hell, but you invisible like ain't nobody checking for you. And when you too skinny, it's the same, but everybody feel like they could whoop your ass. So for guys, it's a whole different story. With girls, they all in their own fucking head.
That girl Slim Kim came on here and said that all she thinks about is being slim and being skinny. And listen, I ain't here to talk about that, but what I'm here to talk about is, you want to know what I think about night and day, day and night? I want small titties. I want to be Commander-in-Chief, Mayor of, Secretary of State for the Itty Bitty Titty Committee. That's what I wanted. That's what I want. That's what I need.